she tells a story that when JFK was in pain, when his back was bothering him, he would sit up in the White House, and when he couldn't fall asleep, 𝗫𝗫 was the one who would go and put this record on, the one record that she knew brought him peace. This song, this play about a place called Camelot. 𝗫𝗫, at the start of her career, was a reporter. She used to ask questions on the street. So she was a member of the press. She was hounded by the press. She was mortified by the press. She was, chased by the press. But make no mistake, Anthony, she was a master of the press.
Talk about the First Lady for a second, because you guys write beautifully about the First Lady, you and Josh. Take us through her influence. What surprised you most about Jacqueline Bouvier, a fellow Long Islander of mine, Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy?
So here's the thing: is we've turned the Kennedys. We know them as like the perfect husband, the perfect wife, the perfect hair, the perfect teeth. She's got perfect style, and they got the compounds, and it's a cliche. We turn them into a cliche, and they're far more complex than that. And what stole the show when we were writing the JFK conspiracy, what stole the show was Jackie Kennedy. And I didn't know much about her. Again, I just knew her as like the most beautiful first lady who redoes the White House and just has all the charm and everyone loves her. And she's so amazing. And because you see what she has to go through. Because JFK, we start the book with his World War II heroics. He's this amazing war hero. He hits a PT-109, a Japanese destroyer, like blows his boat to bits. And he puts a member of his, one of the other sailors on his back, swims for miles with this unconscious guy on his back. And it's JFK's awesome, amazing hero. In fact, when he gets his honors and gets honored as a hero, he can leave World War II. And his father's like, "You're done, son. Let's take it home. You won. You survived. Let's go." And JFK's like, "No, I'm not done. I'm not having my dad make an excuse for me. I'm going to go and actually fight and do more good." And so you're like, this guy's the greatest guy in the world. And then he marries Jackie. And when they're engaged, one of JFK's closest friends goes up to Jackie and says, Jack likes women. And basically says to Jackie's face, he's going to sleep around on you. And I won't ruin it. You'll see all the affairs that we talk about in the book. But Jackie has to deal with this guy who, is JFK the greatest, amazing war hero who gives us idealism and takes us to the moon? Or is he this terribly reckless husband who, when she gives birth, he's not there. She hemorrhages, he's not there. She's dealing with the christening and all the stuff by herself, has to go to the White House by herself. Is he good? Is he bad? Is he a little bit like all of us, a little bit of both? And Jackie is the one who just struck me as she's the one holding the ship together.
Man, it's beautifully written. And also she also protects him. Honestly, she protects some of the philandry by presenting herself and her family as something that they're not, which is...
Not only that. No, you're exactly right. In fact, the greatest thing she does to protect him is, we start the book, obviously, and the whole book is about this secret plot to kill JFK that you've never heard of, but we end the book with the real actual assassination of JFK. You get to see it, but you see it from Jackie's perspective.
Was that a lone gunman that killed JFK?
Depends who you want to talk to. Let's talk about that in the next question, because we should talk about that. So we do the whole ending. We do the whole finale of, you see it from Jackie's perspective. And when I was researching the book, I'm like, where's Camelot? When does Camelot enter the picture here? Everyone associates Camelot with JFK and the Kennedy administration. And what I finally realized and figured out is it doesn't enter while he's alive. It's after he dies. When his brains get splattered all over his wife's beautiful purple dress, it's a disaster, obviously, affects the whole country. And everyone wants an interview with Jackie. And she's not granted an interview with anyone. And she finally says to Life magazine, "I'll give you one interview for their special JFK death issue." And this reporter comes to her house late at night. Reporter shows up at like 8 o'clock. He's there till after midnight. She's rewriting the reporting with him. And she tells a story, exclusive story to him, that when JFK was in pain, when his back was bothering him, he would sit up in the White House, and when he couldn't fall asleep, Jackie was the one who would go and put this record on, the one record that she knew brought him peace. This song, this play about a place called Camelot. And Jackie, at the start of her career, was a reporter. She used to ask questions on the street. So she was a member of the press. She was hounded by the press. She was mortified by the press. She was, chased by the press. But make no mistake, Anthony, she was a master of the press. And she's the one who inserts the word Camelot into the lexicon. And that's why we think about it today. It is a conscious choice by her to rewrite immediately the legacy and make sure that legacy is the way she wants it, rather than anyone else having a say in it. And it's incredible what she does.
This is the very famous writer, Theodore White, who wrote the book The Making of the President in 1960. He interviews Mrs. Kennedy after the assassination. She falls into the arms of Aristotle Onassis a couple of years later because she's looking for protection. She's looking for help because of the limelight that she's in and the threats to her family.